Hey there, it's Aketo. Today we're covering Genshin Impact. Coming in about 5 days is the first major content update for the game, version 1.1. When the update drops, people get lost and people have questions. So today I'm here to cover 10 of what I think are the best tips to efficiently prepare for the upcoming patch, which premieres November 11th. So tip number 1 I have for you today is if you get lost a little bit on update day, you can sometimes get really overwhelmed. Maybe it could even be something big, like maybe one of your favorite characters gets dramatically changed and you don't know. And I think a good way to stay updated on relevant information are the 3 websites that I'm about to show you. Number 1 is Genshin.gg. This website is great. Honestly, it shows you everything you ever need. It shows you all of the characters. You can even sort by the different elements if you want to see cryo characters, electro characters, dendro characters, which you don't have yet, but that's not the point. Anything really. This website's just great overall. It shows you a team building guide, it shows you a tier list, and although it's not super in-depth, it's everything you could ever need from a quick little website. It also has this great feature called the farming guide. If you click the top right, click right here, you can actually see each of the talent materials that every character needs, along with each of their ascension materials. This comes so in handy, because if you ever just need a quick way to look it up, and you don't want to watch some 10-minute tutorial on YouTube, just go ahead and pop on this website, look it up, and you'll be good to go. The next website I can recommend going to is the Genshin Interactive Map. I'll leave a link to all of these in the description, by the way, so if you want to go ahead and look at them yourself, feel free to. The Genshin Interactive Map is just super useful. It shows you almost everything you could ever need. Let's say you want to find the ANEMOCULUS or maybe the Geoclus. It's super easy. You just click the buttons and it shows you everywhere that they are on the map. Why this might be important for the update, though, is let's say you're trying to get the new character Zhongli and you need his resource to level him up, and which is Core Lapis. When you click Core Lapis, it shows you everywhere on the entire map that Core Lapis spawns. This makes farming it so much easier. You don't have to go around for hours hunting down every little orange crystal on the map, and it's just very useful. It can also just show you every mini boss that spawns on the map. So if you run out of Wooper Flower Nectar, or maybe the Chaos Cores from the Rune Guard, you can feel free just to head on over here, and it'll really help you out. And the last website I kind of wanted to talk about was actually the Genshin official forums. If you go to forums.mihoyo/Genshin, which I'll leave in the description again, you can actually just talk with people over here. This is actually kind of an underutilized resource in the community. A lot of people will casually post over here, but most people refer to Reddit over the official forums. In my opinions, though, the people on the forums are almost always super positive and super nice, along with the fact that they always post really interesting art and sometimes really good builds. Like, I've actually had nothing but good experiences with it. If you ever have any questions and you just can't seem to find answers on them, feel free on update day to post on here, and I'm sure a plethora of nice people will come and help you out. Hey, and tip number 2. If you are like me and you're unfortunately missing one of the ANEMOCULUS, most of the time a lot of people will get irritated and they'll go through and they can't find the last one, and you just give up. Like, I haven't found my last one and I've kind of just conceded that, like, whatever, 8 stamina. I'm sad about it, but I'm not going to go get it, you know? And actually, a good thing about that, though, is that coming in the 1.1 update is actually going to be a compass that will allow you to find them. This will be a consumable item that, when used, will show you a small little circle on your map, and in that circle will be an ANEMOCULUS that you have yet to collect. These compasses will be craftable, so if you want to go ahead and save up the resources, I'll go ahead and tell you what they are. They are 5 crystal ore, 5 dandelion seeds, and 5 Cecilias. If you want to just look up those items on the Genshin Interactive map that I showed you in the last tip, should make it nice, quick, and easy to go ahead and farm. Okay, now our third tip today is actually just going to be to save your artifact resources. Currently, data miners have found multiple new artifact sets that are unconfirmed to be coming out in 1.1, but with how expensive it is to level, especially legendary artifacts, it might be a good idea to stockpile some right now. If the new sets come out in the way that they are currently in the files, they're going to be extremely good. For example, I think there's a new one that gives you 15% lower cooldowns on your abilities, 10% more movement speed, and 10% just more damage. It seems to be really good, and if those release, you're definitely going to want to level them the second you can get them. If you look on screen, you'll just see a chart that clearly displays all of the amount of artifact XP that you will need in each respective rarity. As you can see, it's quite a bit, so saving up is not a bad idea. Now, tip number 4 actually goes hand in hand with tip number 3. We know in the next update that there are multiple new weapons, all of them seem really crazy, and when you decide to do that 10 pool and you randomly get one, you want to be prepared. So every day I would recommend maybe going to the blacksmith, buying up his daily inventory of greens, and then maybe even consider crafting up to 50 blue ore per day. You're going to need a hell of a lot of it, so it honestly might just be a good time to do it now while we have a lot of downtime. Tip number 5 would actually be to go ahead and farm up Ascension materials. There are 4 new characters coming in the update. They have been shown through the official trailer for 1.1, which is awesome. If you haven't seen it, you should go look it up on YouTube. And if you're like me, you've already fallen in love with a certain character. I would recommend that you already go ahead and farm these resources. That way when they actually come out, you can just play them and build them and spam the hell out of them in the abyss, like I'm planning to. If you're planning on getting Zhongli, you're going to need to farm the gold talent books along with core lapis and slime materials. If you want to go ahead and pull for child, you're going to want to farm up the freedom books along with star conches and the Fatui insignias. If you want Xingyan, the new fire greatsword user, you're going to also need the gold talent books, treasure hoarder insignias, and violet grass. And if you want the new archer Diona, you're going to need to farm the freedom talent books along with calla lilies and arrowheads. If you need any help finding these resources, just go back to tip 1 and click on the Genshin interactive map. It should all be there, really easy to find. Tip number 6 actually is only relevant if you've seen the new trailer. It has actually been revealed that there will be a new weekly boss, and without spoiling anything, I just want to tell you guys that he is an electro boss, so leveling up a pyro or maybe a cryo character would really help because you'll be able to spam awesome reactions like superconduct and overload. Okay, so honestly this is a little bit of a weird one, but if we go ahead and press B, and we look in my inventory, I have almost 95, almost 100, right? Almost 100 lotus seed and bird egg soups. What this does essentially is it just decreases your sprinting stamina for 15 minutes by about a fourth, right? 25%. It's really good, and it helps me just run around the world, do all my quests, do all my commissions, do everything faster. And the way I have so many is that I actually use my expeditions in a very specific way. We go over here and click them, we can see that every day I put at least one character on the Stormbearer Mountains expedition, so I can get both sugar and eggs, 2 of the main components for the soup. And then if we head on over to Liyue, I put another character on Dunyun Runes to get the rest of the items that I need for it, which are the Lotus. So my next tip would actually be to open up your map and scroll down a little bit until you get over here to Guiyun Stone Forest, and actually consider farming the domain of Guiyun. We know in the next update with the new character Zhongli and the new Fire Greatsword character, and even the new 5-star weapons, that they all have special interactions with shields. Zhongli creates tons of shields by spamming his abilities, and they keep him super safe. And the new 5-star character weapons get stronger as you have a shield on. This means that it might be worth 100 resin or so to go ahead and pick up the 2 set of this. So tip number 9 is actually for those of you about to hit AR 40, or when you have hit AR 40 and you haven't leveled up all of your characters yet. My personal recommendation is to level them up only to level 79, or 1 below the level cap. Why? Well, give or take, it takes you about a month to get to AR 50, which is when you'll next be able to level them up. This means that over the next month, you'll be able to essentially get free character XP as you kill mobs, and you don't have to spend precious character XP cards to level up something that you would be getting for free. And tip number 10 would just be to take it slow, don't burn out. I know for me at least, this last initial release of Genshin Impact was very fun. I played the hell out of the game, I did everything, I did every quest. But after about a week and a half, I was out of everything to do. I was AR 35, I had just finished the last story quest, I was left with nothing. I was hunting chests for hours, I was doing nothing productive, I was bored. And I have to say, for most players, that will make you quit. That was not a fun gameplay experience. I think when the 1.1 update comes out that it will be a great addition, but it will eventually end. You will run out of things to do, so don't rush into it. It is a PvE game, right? You're not playing against other players. You don't have to rush to the top. Take it at a pace that you enjoy, and just remember that the next update won't be coming for what's likely to be another month and a half. And that's really all, guys. I just wanted to put this guide out there, help some players get the foundation for when the update drops, and try my hand at YouTube. Anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate you staying to the end. If you do want to make sure and hit that subscribe button, it really helps me out, and I'll make sure to make it worth your time, as I'll be posting lots of new information when the actual update drops. Check back tomorrow if you want to see more content, and I'll see you next time.